Get ready for unfiltered banter, laughs, and a barrel of fun. This is Monkeys Unfiltered.
Have you ever had a friend who simply wouldn't go to the beach, or if they did, would never get in the water? Surely you've heard of someone get repulsed at even the sight of a spider, right? Have you ever heard or seen someone running from a duck? Not just running, but fleeing in terror. You'd be surprised the things that people are deathly afraid of. We can all understand being creeped out by a haunted house or fearing one's own mortality. But today, the monkeys will be discussing real, diagnosable phobias, an anxiety disorder defined by an irrational, unrealistic, persistent, and excessive fear of an object or situation. For this episode, I've compiled a list of real phobias people have, and the other monkeys are going to try and guess at what the phobia pertains to.
Oh, Lord.
Is it baseballs? Is it mouse pads? Rubber ducks?
People are afraid of those things?
I hope you two have studied morphology. In other words, the meaning of words and their parts. This episode is bound to be a good one, so listen up as these monkeys make fool of themselves. Keep your eyes peeled for a couple that are sure to drive everyone bananas.
I don't need a list of phobias to act the fool.
You know, I'm afraid of plenty of stuff. I don't know if I have any phobias per se.
I do.
Like I don't get any existential dread out of anything necessarily.
I have a phobia.
The only thing I'm scared of like that is snakes, really.
But like, is that a phobia or are you just afraid of them?
Yeah, I mean, like phobia though. I don't.
So like, I don't know. I have like a nagging. I don't know what you would call it. I guess a nagging fear of like heights. Like if I stand over a cliff ledge and look straight down, like that freaks me out.
That vertigo feeling.
Yeah, I do not care for spiders. I mean, there's a couple of things I don't care for, but I don't know if anything is a phobia per se. The only thing I think would come close is fear of the ocean.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Yeah, that's been mentioned in other episodes.
What is it about the ocean though?
It's unknown for one. That is like primary. It's like I can't see what's happening, right? So like it's an endless nothing. Right, but at the same time, that nothing is filled with something.
Yeah, water.
Something I can't.
And
see.
I can't predict when nothing will become something.
Exactly.
So it's the endless nothing that will eventually become something, and like there's some pretty large somethings in the nothing.
So, but is it
right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but is it the ocean you're afraid of or water?
So, I think I've talked about this before as well. So, like mainly. It's the ocean, but there have been instances, mostly when I was a child, that I'd get freaked out even in the deep end of a swimming pool because for some irrational, literally in the definition, irrational or unrealistic fear, for some irrational reason, I'd think there would be like a giant shark in the deep end of the pool or something.
So it's a lot like the scared of the dark argument. You're not scared of the dark, you're scared of what's in the dark.
Right.
You're not scared of the ocean, you're scared of what's in it or could be.
Yeah, it's more so of the unknown aspect
right,
of
and
it.
that's what I was going to say. It's not necessarily the ocean or the deep end of the pool. It's the fear of what could go wrong, because that's me, like with heights. Like I say I'm afraid of heights, but that's not really it. I'm afraid of falling or not being in control of myself up high, which would result in me falling. But
right.
I have faced that fear on a couple of occasions and done things that anyone who had like a true fear of heights, like my husband, just flat would not do. I mean, he all but short of had a meltdown over not going ziplining with me several years ago.
I wouldn't zipline.
Yeah, because he's afraid of heights. I mean, he's deathly afraid of heights. Even just getting on a ladder sometimes around the house, you can see it physically on him. He's afraid of it.
Yeah. Well, you spend most of your life on solid ground, right? So it's reasonable to like, this should not be happening.
Right. Well, it's like when we talked about the would you rather, and it was like, would I walk the bridge or swim the water or whatever? I chose to
Oh
walk the
yeah.
bridge, even though I'm afraid of heights. It's not really the height, it's the falling that I'm afraid
It's
of.
not even the
Right,
fall.
and all throughout when we were kids. I remember you were like, quote unquote, disappointed with us when we gave the bridge as an answer that you wouldn't do, and you were like, "I'm so disappointed." It's like
in them.
that's all you ever talked about when we were kids.
Don't worry though. It's not the fall that's the issue.
What? Yeah,
It's the sudden stop
it's
at
the
the
sudden
end.
stop at the end. And let me just, for the record, I have never, not once ever, nor will I ever be disappointed in my children.
Wow.
No,
I'm disappointed in my children.
I'm disappointed in your children
I'm
too.
just disappointed.
I don't have any children, so whatever.
So then if you talk about, because here's how I know the difference between whether I'm just afraid of something or I have a phobia, because I do have a phobia. It is not a what is the word I want to say? It is not a politically correct phobia, I guess, but I can't help it.
Ugh.
I can't.
oh Lord.
I
Uh.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other people
Okay.
out there.
Do you know what the scientific word for this is? Because I know what you're talking about, but like, let's
Yes,
not.
my husband has explained it to me before, but that particular fear, and I mean no disrespect, and I cannot help it. And that's also the thing with a phobia. I have no control over how it affects me, but I
Yeah.
have just an undying phobic reaction to little people. And there's nothing, I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm not trying to be rude or anything like
Yeah,
that.
you can't help it.
It just
It's an irrational,
right.
unrealistic, persistent, and excessive
It
fear.
paralyzes me.
And it's not like it's the person themselves.
No.
It's just like the fact that they are shaped
that they are
differently and like the proportions are all
My
off and it
brain,
just something. It's that uncanny valley type
yeah,
thing
That's
in
the
your head.
that's the word, uncanny.
my brain
Yeah, yeah.
cannot just process it. And you're right. It's not the person themselves, because I promise you 100% of the time that I have a visceral reaction, I don't even know that person. And
Mm-hmm.
there have been times I've not gotten on airplanes. I've not gone in restaurants. I've gone to the other side of the street. I can't. It really is a paralyzing fear. And that's how come I know the difference between saying, oh, I'm afraid of heights, or I have a height phobia. I don't have a height phobia. I have a phobia of little people. And there is a true diagnosis for it. My husband said it to me one time, and it's big, long, and huge. And
Whoa, we don't need to know all of that.
Right.
I also am afraid of phonetics because I'm not good at those.
Well, it'll actually come in handy here in just a minute.
Perfect.
I'm gonna start out with a couple of easy ones to just get the ball rolling here. Surely you all should know what these are.
You're going to say them, and then we have to tell you what we think they are.
So yeah, I'm gonna say the word, and you're gonna take a crack at what
Oh,
it
Lord.
actually means.
Are we going to take
Yeah.
turns or are we just working together to see if we can figure it out?
Yeah, you can work together, but if you want to alternate or kind of shout out the answer at the same time, I don't care.
Okay.
Whatever you want. So obviously, claustrophobia.
Fear of
Fear of
small
being
places.
in a small space.
Right.
Right. That's exactly right. My father-in-law actually has that condition.
Really?
He cannot take a regular MRI. He has to do there's like a one that encompasses a whole room that he has to do.
A lot of people are like, my husband deals with a lot of people like that.
So another easy one, arachnophobia.
Ooh, spiders.
Spiders.
Bears, spiders, of course. Here's one, aquaphobia.
Water.
Right. So fear of water. So the what you'll notice, right, is the prefix is going to help you out a lot. However, it does seem like a lot of these have prefixes that like no one's ever heard of.
So, real quick on the water one, are they just scared of like a glass of water or like you with the ocean?
It doesn't get really specific in particularly what I'm looking at. I would imagine it's just water in general, which is kind of strange because like
You need
most
that.
liquid, and also you need it to sustain.
Well, yeah,
yourself.
but I also think there's also some other phobias that pertain to water. Like there's one about bathing, oblatophobia or something, because you won't bathe.
No, it can be really bad. After doing those kind of easy ones, I'm just going to take a couple from a couple of different categories here. We've got just basic common phobias.
So I do need to make a disclaimer.
Okay.
I read through my husband's medical books last night.
Somebody
Cheater.
did homework. Interesting.
That's how come I knew what the fear of bathing was.
Nice, dude.
I don't want people to think I just had that general knowledge.
Yeah, so I'll do it.
I
Go
know
ahead.
a weird one.
Uh-huh.
It's xanthophobia.
Is that fear of aliens?
It's the fear of the color yellow.
Aha!
Okay.
I was thinking Xeno,
Yeah.
not Xana or whatever.
Xanthophobia.
Xeno, isn't
Yeah.
that like
Yeah, Xeno is referring to like aliens, right?
Mhm.
Xenophobe.
yeah, or foreigners, like anything that's foreign, right?
Just foreign, yeah.
Right. So like foreign. Yeah. Aliens has multiple definitions.
Aliens don't appear from space, they're just from places that you are not.
Right. So we're going to look at a couple of just common phobias. We're going to look at some animal central phobias, some relating to weather. And then I found a website that has a couple of fun ones that we can look at afterward. To start us off here, and I'm going to run these each through Google Translate so I can get the pronunciation.
Right? So
Some of these are just out of control.
is there one for the fear of phonetics? Because, no.
I'm sure.
Yeah, right. So we've got nosocomophobia.
Do we get the category or no?
And don't you start typing either.
Can you say it again?
Nosocomophobia.
Wait,
Nosocomophobia.
I know this one, but it's because of what my husband does. Am I right?
You're on the right track.
It's fear of hospitals.
It is the fear of hospitals. Very well done. Very well done. All right. We've got ankylophobia. Ankylophobia.
Fear of nighttime?
No.
Fear of vaccines.
No, that's a good one. Like inoculation. Like I see where you're going there. That's good. So it starts with an E. Enochlophobia.
Enoch. Like equine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Horses or equine? Is it fear of horses?
That's equestrian, right?
Equestrian, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
equine is the category of the animal.
That's okay, Grandma. We'll get you to bed soon.
That you look it up. That is the, I don't know if it's the genus or the whatever you call it, but they're
Yeah. We all know
equine.
that you like talking about your genuses and your phenotypes.
Is it the fear?
Is it the fear of
the
horses?
fear of iguanas?
It's not the fear of horses. It's not the fear of iguanas. It's the fear of crowds.
Oh.
The
That
fear
made
of
zero
crowds.
sense.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Enochlophobia. What?
Sometimes these prefixes help, and then sometimes they're like, "What are you even talking
Okay,
about?" Right?
I think I might have that one because I get super anxious.
I get
in
anxious
large
too.
groups of people like
Mhm.
that. Like I hate it, and it's not like the social anxiety of it. It's like I just do not like being around a lot of people.
I don't either.
Right.
Because they're stupid.
Well, and it's important. It's important to remember having like an unease or whatever is one thing, but having a legitimate phobia, 9 times out of 10, you physically cannot be in the same
Right.
place, or like you have a physical reaction or something. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, for like me, I'm not an arachnophobe, but I do not care for spiders
right,
whatsoever.
I don't like them either.
You know what
But
I mean?
I'm with Hayden too. I mean, especially the older I get and the crazier the world gets, the less I want to be around people. And then where I live, there's a couple of big events that go on here, Bike Week, Biketoberfest, Spring Break. I mean, you go
Oh,
out
yeah.
and there are just swarms of people.
The 500.
Well, and I'll tell you,
Yeah, the 500.
right.
I just want to go home.
I'll tell you also, there is such a thing as being an introvert, Hayden, which is, I feel like, what might be what you're talking about.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Because I certainly am. So here's the thing. I'm an introvert, but, like, I do thrive in certain social situations. Like, it's difficult to get me started, but once I feel comfortable, I'll go all night. But it's difficult to, like, breach that threshold. Now, this is 9 times out of 10 where I won't go to, like, a function alone. If I have someone else who will, like, bridge that gap, I can absolutely get in. But if I don't have that, I'm standing in the corner all night long.
Really?
Yep.
If I even go at all.
Well, my husband has said that about us before. He's like, you guys are the biggest bunch of extroverted introverts I've ever met.
Yeah, I would describe myself as that. And honestly, like, sometimes your inhibitions get released when you drink or whatever. So back when I used to drink, that would absolutely happen. I would realize that like I am now the life of the freaking party. Like it became so easy.
Well, and
It's not exactly a healthy
right, and he's
lifestyle.
made that comment about us before, like when we're all together because we feed off of one another.
Oh
He's like,
yeah.
"Wow,
You
Yeah.
you
think?
guys are a lot."
Well, hence doing a podcast
Right.
together, right?
That he
Oh.
wants to come back on. So, yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. So let's move on to some animal-related
Oh, God.
phobias. Let's start with ailurophobia.
These are animal, you said?
And don't let it fool you. This one starts with an A.
You said these are animals?
Animal-related, yes, sir.
Isla?
Ailurophobia?
A-L?
A-I-L-U-R-O-P-H-O-B-I-A.
Slugs?
Frogs?
Oh, so yeah, here's the problem is like, so Hayden, like much like when you do like our D&D episodes or whatever, I've noticed that if I don't have any sort of basis to go off of, it's incredibly difficult to even get started, right?
Yeah.
So this right here is giving off no indication of what it applies
Oh,
to
Lord.
if you don't know what Ailuro means.
I'm sticking with frogs.
Yeah, you're gonna be baffled by it.
Cows.
It's cats.
Cats?
Fear of cats.
Okay.
Sure.
Yep. And I wish I could explain that further, but it just is what it is.
Well, I mean, I think that's a legitimate phobia that people have. Cats. Okay.
Yeah. No, it is. I don't know why. I love cats, but whatever. I guess there are mean cats.
There
out
are.
so bad experience or whatever. All right, moving on. Ophidiophobia.
Oh, my gosh.
Bless you.
Ophidia? Ogres. Fear of ogres.
Bless you. Fear of ogres. I like that. I will give you this hint. I can actually do this. This phobia has been mentioned already.
Frogs?
Like someone has said the thing this pertains
Horses.
to. It is not frogs. It's not horses either.
Slugs.
Ophidiophobia.
Horse hoofs.
Oh. Is it cows?
All right, so a further hint would be Hayden. You have mentioned
Oh,
what
Lord.
this thing pertains
Slugs.
to.
Good lord.
It's not slugs. It's close to slugs.
Snails?
Actually, no. It's been mentioned already.
Close to slugs? What did I mention? It's close to slugs.
You're so close.
Snakes.
Oh, snakes, yeah.
It's snakes.
That was a good hint. Snake.
I don't mess with
I am
snakes, man.
snake.
Snakes.
Don't like them. Don't like the notebook.
Yeah, so I don't know if you actually have a phobia or if you just don't like snakes, but
I hate
that
watching
is-
them move. I hate being around them. I just
That's how I feel about spiders, bro. Anytime those like 8 legs move, I'm just like, bleh, that's unnatural.
when I see them like and they like coil all up and then they move forward, I'm like, ugh, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the sidewinder snakes that just and they all just move sideways. Nope. You're not supposed to be able to move if you don't have
Right.
legs.
I will say this. Like when you see them at the zoo or in the aquarium or whatever,
Mm-mm.
they're really pretty, but I don't. Mm-mm.
They can be. I've got a friend that I've made through the church. His second wife, his first wife passed away, but his second wife, she is like mega into like lizards and spiders and snakes and stuff, and they have like 1,000 of those things, and I'm just like, I don't know
No.
how you deal with
I
that.
can't be around a snake.
They had this one snake. It was red with like yellow and green whatever designs on it.
Yeah.
It looked
negative.
really cool. They called him candy corn.
Mhm.
Hayden, do you remember when I still, before we moved back to the beach where we lived, and there was the little baby gardener snake in the toilet tissue basket?
No.
I didn't show you the picture of it. I'll put the picture
Uh-uh.
on social media because I keep it on my phone to remind me that when it's the dark in the bathroom and you're reaching for the last roll of toilet tissue in the basket and you see something dark in the corner of the basket, don't reach for what it is, because I was reaching and went, you know what? I don't know what that is. And then I flipped the light on. It was a little baby gardener snake all rolled up. Mm-mm.
It won't hurt you.
No, he wouldn't have hurt me, but I also didn't want to grab him in the dark. Like, mm-mm.
That doesn't make anything any better, though.
Right.
Yeah, we also just don't have to go down this road at all.
The last encounter I had with a snake is it's kind of a close call, actually. I was walking my dog down behind our apartment building, and there's a little creek that runs back there. And they just cut down a bunch of limbs off of the trees in the back. And we were walking, and I didn't see it, but Athena kicked it right in its head.
Oh, Lord.
Because it was just sitting there. She kicked a cottonmouth
Oh.
Ugh.
like a water moccasin.
Oh. Who remembers the cottonmouth at the house?
Oh, yeah, and you beat it with a shovel.
Yeah,
Oh.
Buster was going to kick his behind.
So he was probably 6 or 7 feet long, coiled up in the corner by the front door. And we had a cat, an indoor-outdoor cat at the time. You know how like when cats are stalking something, they act all crazy and their heads bob all around. I'm like, and I could see it out the window and I'm like, what is that cat
The
doing?
infamous
I
butt
opened the
wiggle.
door and there's that big old cotton mouth curled up in the corner. I'm like, nope. No, we'll be closing the door. Mm-mm.
We saw that. Like, she ran by and like kicked it in the head and didn't realize it. And then she stopped and was like, what was that? And I was like, what are you looking at? And I saw it and it was like, had its head all back. I yanked her up by her harness and just ran down the back. Like a little girl who was just
Oh my
holding
God.
Were you
this
screaming?
dog. I was like, ah!
All right, I'm picking up my briefcase and we're going home.
Yeah. No, I don't like snakes.
All right, so this one, again, I got nothing for you. You'll just have to take wild guesses, I think. Ichthyophobia.
Oh my gosh. Slime? Fear of slime?
Ichthyophobia. This is still animals, by the
Oh.
way.
Dinosaurs.
Slugs.
It's neither of those things. Stop saying
We're just
slugs.
going to say slugs until it's right.
Is it something to do with like birds?
No, but that is on this list. That is ornithophobia.
Ornithology, yeah.
Like, 'cause
Say it again.
ornithology, right. Ichthyophobia.
Ichthyophobia. Get off your phone, Hayden.
I'm not. I'm picking up my nail.
Is it an insect?
No,
Worms?
think aquatic.
Eels. Octopus.
Jellyfish.
Be generic.
Fish.
Fish. Oh, ick. Well,
Fish. It is the fear of fish. Ichthyophobia.
fish get the ick.
Fear of fish.
Fish.
All right. So this one actually pertains to you guys. We're moving on to ones dealing with weather.
Hurricanes.
That might be too big of a hint. We'll see. Lilapsophobia.
Oh my gosh.
Lilapsophobia. Lightning?
No, you had it, Hayden. Lilapsophobia is hurricanes and what's the other one?
Cyclones?
Tornadoes.
Tornadoes. You got it. It's tornadoes and hurricanes.
Yes, because my friend Justin was super big into weather, and I learned that from him years ago.
Look, every listener of the Monkeys Unfiltered podcast has realized is that Mama Monkey needs to be on everyone's trivia team.
Trivia team.
That's for sure. Oh my god, I've got this going on right now, in fact. So this is thermophobia.
Fear of cold? Fear of hot?
It's the heat. Hot, yeah.
Right opposite. It's the fear of hot weather.
Yeah, I think we all got it right now.
It's in the triple digits right now for both y'all and me.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do one more with weather. So, and I think you guys might have this one. Chianophobia.
What? Chianophobia?
Chianophobia.
Is that the fear of... I was thinking my wife, because chi.
I was thinking,
Were you going to say chia pet?
but you said the fear. Yeah, I'm afraid of your wife. No, I'm not afraid of your wife. Wait, chianophobia? You say we have it?
No, you don't have it, but like you could. Still weather related.
Hail?
Oh, it's the fear of snow. It's the fear of snow.
It is the fear of snow as you look it up on your computer.
It don't snow here, man.
That's what he's saying. We don't like snow.
So let's do some more. These are... I don't want to be insensitive, but these are a little silly. they just are. I can't
If
help
you
it.
suffer from one of these phobias, we mad love, but whatever.
Yeah. These are
It can't be any worse than me and little people, so I'm not judging.
anatidophobia.
What?
Hold on.
What?
Is it the fear of not having boobs?
That would be anti-tidophobia, right? So it's anatidophobia.
Anatidophobia.
So it's anatidophobia, and this is highly specific. I'll give you a hint. It was referenced in the intro.
Ah, shit. What did you say?
In your intro?
In the intro, I read the start of this episode.
Ducks.
Be more specific.
Being chased by ducks.
Being chased by
very,
ducks.
very close. It's the fear of ducks watching you.
What? Oh my God.
Oh
Dang.
man.
Whoever has that would hate my Instagram feed.
There are actual people who are paralyzed by the idea of ducks watching them.
Yeah.
Do ducks care
Apparently
what we
so.
do?
There's a lot.
Unless you have bread, I doubt it.
Even then.
There's
honest.
a lot on my Instagram feed that's just ducks staring at the camera like, did you drink water today?
All right, moving on. Coulrophobia. This is extremely common.
Coulrophobia?
Coulrophobia.
Coulrophobia. The fear of...
Oh. Yeah, because I don't like these either.
I kind of figured you didn't.
It's a fear of clowns.
It is the fear of clowns.
Oh, my wife has that.
Yeah.
Bad.
They make me
Can't
hyperventilate.
stand clowns.
Yeah, no.
Bonus, Mom. Equinophobia.
Oh, goodness.
This is a slam dunk for you.
Mexican clowns?
Whoa, dude.
Only because what he said sounded like what's that thing when they turn 15?
Quinceañera?
Yeah, so quinceañera. Equinophobia. Come on, you've
Horses.
dude, yes.
Oh.
It's horses.
I thought we were still talking
Equine.
about clowns. I didn't shift my thought pattern. Okay.
I don't know. Like, it's strange. I don't know if I have this fear per se, but I don't like this either. Scopophobia.
Zoomed in.
Scopophobia?
It's very close, actually. Scopophobia.
It's the fear of being stared at.
It is the fear of being stared at. Mom's on the same website I am.
I'm not. I'm not even typing. My keyboard is put up.
I'm just kidding.
I told y'all I went through my husband's medical books last night.
All right. Here is one good hint for y'all is my wife has this. Trypanophobia.
I've heard this one before, but I don't remember what it is.
Oh,
If you've
Hold
been reading
on.
medical books, you should know.
yes. So it's not just needles. It's fear of injections with needles.
That's correct. That is correct. All right. Here's one where the prefix should help. Gynophobia.
The female anatomy.
Fear of vaginas.
Very too specific.
It's just the fear of women.
It is just the fear of women.
Oh my God.
Oh, here's another one where the prefix should help. Ambulophobia.
Fear of ambulances.
Fear of ambulances.
No, it's not hospitals. We did that.
Ambulophobia?
So what is ambulatory?
That's a word you just made up.
Oh, it's
It's not.
no, ambulatory is like movement.
Running?
Too fast.
Walking?
Yes, ambulophobia is the fear of walking.
How do you have that?
I don't know.
How do you, I mean,
I don't know.
There's one called optophobia. Can you guess what that means?
Fear of seeing?
the fear of looking at stuff?
The fear of opening your eyes.
Yeah.
Well,
for
I
sure.
have that some days because I just don't know what's out there.
I was going to say, honestly, depends on where you live. Like, all kinds of stuff. Like, what's your life like? I don't want to wake up sometimes either.
I don't want to open my eyes and no.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna move on. I told y'all that I had a website that I found some on. These are kind of interesting to say the least. So we've got trypophobia.
Goodness.
Is that the one with small holes?
It is.
Yeah.
It's the fear or repulsion of repetitive patterns of holes.
Ah, nice.
My wife also has that one very badly.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, say that again. It's what?
Trypophobia, the fear or repulsion of repetitive patterns of holes. This could be common to bubble wrap, honeycomb, or seed pods.
Oh, I love that
You know,
stuff.
Lots of people do. Apparently, some people are afraid of it.
I'm about to show you the picture that really gets my wife.
No. Yeah.
It makes me
Like coral?
Okay, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top. That's totally unnecessary, and the other one that's gross. And then the one on the next row, that's
With
gross.
the face. Yeah.
And the eyeball, that's gross.
it makes me uncomfortable to look at it, but it's not like I'm repulsed by it.
Not a phobia.
but it just like it makes the back of my neck feel weird.
Well, yeah, because that's not and we'll share the photo just so everyone can know what we looked at. That's not a natural thing. Now, when you're talking about bubble wrap, honeycomb, like all that's super cool to me, but weird holes in your body.
I don't know that we should share the photo just if you're triggering someone, but they can go look it up in their own time.
Oh, how about a link? Is there a link? And then they can choose.
I mean, just Google trypophobia.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, we won't be sharing that photo. We won't be responsible for triggering someone.
Try not to go with the immediate response here. Globophobia.
The world. Just kidding.
Globophobia.
Snow globes.
Mm-mm.
Balls.
You're getting there.
Circles.
Basketball. Baseballs.
Spheres.
Balloons.
Balloon.
Balloons.
Which one is the fear of public speaking? Glossophobia?
It is, because that's on my list here. Fear of public speaking. Yeah, glossophobia here. Exactly right.
Glossophobia? I learned that when I had to take public speaking in college.
Naturally.
I don't know if you had this on your list, but I don't know why I thought of it just now. Do you know what the fear of long words is?
Hey, can you not?
A really long word.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Shh, stop ruining the content.
How did you think I wasn't going to cover that?
I don't know. Maybe you didn't come across it.
It's Hip Hop Anonymous.
All right. So here's another one. Vestiphobia.
Vesti?
Like the fear of Vespas?
Like TH?
So the prefix could help. Vestiphobia.
The fear of vest?
You're actually onto it. Believe it
Fear
or
of
not.
coats, jackets, sweaters,
Sweater vests.
sleeves.
So let me say this. Yes. To all of the above.
Clothing?
No, I'm not kidding.
Fear of outerwear.
That's the fear of clothing. Vestiphobia. Yeah.
That's dumb.
So I know this is probably the most difficult one on the list, and I'm sorry to have to do this.
Wait, but I just hope that anyone who has vestophobia also has agoraphobia.
Yeah, right. Yeah, please. That's where nudists come from,
Right?
All right. So this is probably the hardest one on the list. I'm really sorry to have to do this to you.
No, you're not.
Banana phobia.
Oh, I love bananas.
Fear of monkeys.
It is the fear of bananas.
Nobody fears monkeys.
Fear of bananas.
It's a joke.
I know. Everybody loves the monkeys.
All right, here's a really complicated one. I'm going to throw this in the translator because what? Interestingly enough, has the same prefix as another word we've covered, but it has no relation. Arachabudraphobia.
Did you just say a word?
Arachabudraphobia.
Hold on. Arachibudra. It's butter.
You're actually extremely
It's
close.
peanut butter. It's peanut butter.
More specifically.
Oh, sticking to the roof of your mouth.
Yes, sticking to the roof of your mouth. Peanut butter sticking to the roof
I've
of your
also heard of that one. I just didn't know what the name of it was, but I've known.
Yeah,
like,
this is an educational episode of Monkeys Unfiltered.
It was on Jeopardy.
I've known that was a thing that people
Yeah.
have.
It was a question on Jeopardy one time.
Right. So, Hayden tried to jump the gun earlier in the episode to get to this word because for some reason he thought I wouldn't cover it here. But this is the most interesting word on this list. Please forgive me. I'm going to take a couple of cracks at this.
I'm telling you, it's just Hip Hop Anonymous.
Hippopotaminstro. Hippopotaminstro esquipeliophobia.
Right. It's a fear of long words.
You missed like 6 letters there.
I'm listening
missed
to the readout, homie.
You missed a double P and a D.
I'm saying
you know how
exactly
to
what's
spell
being
it?
said.
Because I had it pulled up because I couldn't remember how to say
Because
it.
I had the internet.
Hip Hop Anonymousophobia.
Let's try this again. Hippopotaminstrosesquipophilophobia.
Fee, fi, foam.
Editor, please insert Google pronunciation here.
Will do.
Hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia.
Good lord.
Yeah, that is the fear of long words. Like, how... Who? Somebody has a sense of humor.
Yes.
That person is devious.
Yes.
Yeah, so what's interesting is at Church of the Highlands, where I attend, we do a class called Freedom. And at the Freedom Conference, we talk about, overcoming your past and whatnot. So there are people who, have certain fears or whatever. We talk about, just getting over that fear in life. And so he'll go over things like, arachnophobia, whatever, all the common ones. And then he'll always break that one out just to make people laugh. It's always fun.
That's a lot.
All right. Here's a silly one. Umphalophobia.
What?
Fear of heffalumps.
That's a good guess, actually.
Did you say
Umphalophobia starts with an O.
Umphalophobia?
Umphalophobia.
Umbro?
Can we get like hints?
I know what umbrophobia is.
I wish I could.
Umphalophobia?
Like, is it food, animal?
Okay, so this deals with the part of the body.
Umphalophobia.
The fear of fingernails.
No.
Hair.
Nope.
No?
But I see where you're going with follicle.
Mhm.
The fear of
Eyelashes.
This is the midsection. Everyone has one.
Your navel.
belly button.
Your belly button. That's correct. All right, here's a difficult one. Phobophobia.
The
Phobophobia?
fear of phobias.
The fear of phobias.
Phobophobia.
Mom,
Phobo.
I'm going to include this one just for you.
Oh, perfect.
Chaetophobia.
Chaetophobia.
Mm-hmm.
The fear of Cheetos.
No, it's been mentioned in the last 30 seconds.
Hair.
Hair. Chaetophobia is the fear of hair. All right, so that was silly, right? Like, can you imagine that there are people who have these, like, legitimate phobia? I mean, how terrifying must it be to just live your life,
What this has made me realize is my wife has a lot of phobias, like actually like bad, because there's two in here, and I can think of another one that you didn't even say.
Yeah,
That
hippopotamus.
she has. No, she's got the fear of clowns.
Yep.
The holes in like a pattern or
Sure,
whatever,
yeah.
and then she has the fear of choking.
Oh.
Well, I'm not
What is
really
that?
fond of the idea of choking either, so.
Well, I mean, like to the point where she takes the smallest bites of her food
Oh,
bag
got you.
possible.
Yeah.
Like she can fit 90% more in her mouth, but doesn't.
Well,
There are people who have the opposite of that.
the fear of not being choked.
Let's just leave it at that. Why don't we?
Well, okay, and yes, if I think about the clown one, I avoid clowns. Like I won't. But it's not.
Pseudodysphagia is that one, Hayden.
It's not near as bad as my other phobia. So
Yeah.
You know what phobia I think I have the most though?
what's that?
I don't know that there's actually a like word for it, but it's the fear of going a week without a dad joke.
Ooh.
Well, Gil, you know what?
I think that's a phobia of all
You
of
know
our
what?
listeners.
Thanks to Monkey Monday Mischief, you never have to have that fear be realized.
Thank God.
I like it when he segues us along, like just
That.
move along.
I love a good segue.
A good segue. Who's afraid of
Paul
segues?
Blart likes them too.
What's the fear of transitions?
So, as youngest
Segue!
as youngest monkey has gently reminded us, it is time for Monkey Mischief. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that means you do not follow us on social media, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Go follow us on social media right now, because every Monday we post an amazing dad joke. We invite you to drop your guess in the comments, and then we invite you to come and join us on Wednesdays, where you will hear the punchline to that joke. And so if you were on our Facebook page this Monday, you would have seen that we posted, what do you call Batman when he skips church? Bueller?
Hold on now, because
Batman when he skips church?
Yes. What do you call Batman when he skips church?
Fat man.
I don't think I have anything.
I don't know.
Christian Bale.
Oh my.
Ah! No! I refuse to not have figured that out. Oh. Devastation.
Hayden,
Chaos.
as much as you like Batman,
Okay, but to be fair, Christian Bale's not Batman anymore.
No, he's not, but he was. He bailed.
Bro, I was playing around with like Vigilante or Dark Knight or Vengeance. Like I was playing around with all those
That's
words.
one of my favorite ones to date. If you have a dad joke that is one of your favorites and you would love to hear us voice it on air, you can visit us at www.monkeysunfiltered.com and submit your joke. If we happen to voice it on air, we will send you the most amazing, one-of-a-kind, so happy you have it, Monkeys Unfiltered
sticker.
Monkeys Unfiltered sticker. Everybody needs one.
Absolutely. Well, I hope everyone else out there has a phobia that they want to submit on social media just to share in the fun here. You can find us at monkeysunfiltered.com or on your social platform of choice. We want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. I know we did.
I am available for trivia teams.
Yeah, definitely. We've absolutely learned some monkey lore here today. All right. Well, as always, we'll have an episode the same time next week. Wonder what it's going to be. You'll have to tune in to find out. Thank you, monkeys, for joining me. I hope you guys had a good time. To our listeners, we love you guys, and we'll see you later.
See you later.
Goodbye. And sorry to anyone who has hippopotomostressoquipedifo, the fear of long words. Bye.
That thing, bye. Hayden, please stop waving a knife at me.
Hey, you got to shut up.
Wow.
Go away.
Excuse me.
Meow.
Get out of here.
Meow.
Go.
Meow.
Go.
Meow.
Go.
Meow.
Go.
Meow.
I
Meow.
love you, but piss off for a little while.
Meow.
Okay.